and welcome to Twilight Talks, the podcast where we, as teenagers, share our perspectives on everything related to mental health. I'm Cindy.
I'm Elena.
And I'm Monica, and today we have a special guest, Maria.
Yes. Hello.
Maria, right? Could you introduce yourself so viewers here can get to know you a little better? So feel free to share maybe your name again, what grade you're in, and maybe one fun fact about yourself, and also tell us what made you want to join today's episode.
Okay. Hello, I'm Maria. I'm in 9th grade and I love cats. They're my favorite animal. And I wanted to join this podcast because I heard it from my friend and I thought it would be fun. That's it.
Yeah, you are gonna have fun. Okay. So, we do this with every beginning episode. We do an emotion wheel. Does anyone have an emotion wheel popped up? Okay. To people who don't know what an emotion wheel, and to you, Maria, do you know what an emotion wheel is?
No.
Okay. It's a visual representation of a various emotional organized, it's to help you define how you're feeling in the moment.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. Who wants to go first? I can go first. Okay. So, I am feeling hopeful because I like this podcast. And I'm,
Okay.
yeah.
Twinning. Should I say how I'm feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Okay. I'm feeling cheeky.
Yes. Why?
I don't know. I feel cheeky right now.
Cindy, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling energetic. Energetic
Awesome,
because I'm getting ready to hear all your opinions and
Yes, bro. Elena?
Oh, got you. Thankful.
Aww.
Yes. Because, okay, the end of the year is coming, so now I'm very nostalgic.
Yes.
Wait, let's do the animals, please. I found the best picture.
Okay. Elena found a 1 through 9 animal how are you feeling thing and it's mooding.
Oh my gosh.
I can go first, guys.
Okay.
I'm
How are you feeling?
Are you feeling like 8? No, that was me. Oh, I'm gonna tell you a quick anecdote, okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, last night the water tank broke. Okay, so we had 75 gallons of water in that tank. Okay, and it broke, it leaking out. So then my dad had to fix it and stuff. So when I turned on the hot water, it had a whole tantrum or something. It was tweaking out. I was in there getting hit by this brown water, and I was like,
Ew.
oh no. So I was 8 last night, but
damn.
So that's how you feel, 8? Yeah, but right now I'm probably feeling like a 1.
What?
Okay.
Or a 3.
I feel 6 because I got work to do, but also I'm enjoying myself at the same time right now. So I'm a 2.
Wait, you have work?
I have work to do later after this.
Oh.
I'm feeling like a 2 because I just got my braces rewired, and honestly, I just feel numb, can't use my teeth at all. So I'm like,
I feel like a 7 because I just woke up. I stayed up to 3 a.m. last night.
Oh my god.
What are you doing at 3 a.m.? Doom scrolling.
What's new? Does anyone want to share?
Noggin.
What's on the noggin?
What's on the noggin? About our week or something? Yeah. Just to kick it off.
Okay. Oh, my week was really bad. Because y'all know I'm on medication for my psychosis and bipolar depression. But, okay. So I gotta lay down, information. So, we talked about this, that for bipolar medication, you cannot test it on teenagers because, we have hormones and we don't know if it's actually bipolar or just craziness, So the effects we don't really always know. So when I take my medication, it doesn't work when I'm on my period. So I told this to my psychiatrist, and he was like, "Yo, you can take 2 pills instead of one for the 14 days when you're ovulation and when you're on your period." I'm like, "Okay, that actually sounds like a really good idea." So I started doing that, but then we forgot that I'm really, really sensitive to medication, and then I started twitching.
Oh my god. Oh, you
And
told me about this, and
yeah.
I said, "Go tell your mom." You said, "Nah."
Mhm.
And then I was like, "Bro, what?"
I told my mom eventually. Yeah, I was like, because I was twitching and my muscles were tremoring, and that was one of the signs of like the side effects. And my mom was like, "We gotta get you off of this." And so I did get off. I completely got off 2 pills, and I have been on no medication for like the whole week, and it's been horrible because I didn't know. I forgot withdrawal was a thing, and I went through that, and it was horrible. It was it was bloody horrible, and no one told me about this. What happened?
Your psychiatrist didn't warn you. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I didn't want. Well, our psychiatrist, like the building that I go to, there's like the receptionist ladies, and then him, and for some reason we can't call him unless we call the receptionist, and then they're like, "Okay, we're not gonna send over the call to him right now because we're not allowed to do that," and so we can never get a hang of him,
Wait,
and
what do
so
you
we
mean you
were just
can't?
winging it. We were just winging it because we
Oh, yeah.
couldn't reach my psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's so goofy. Yeah, what do you mean you can't reach him right now, guys?
Yeah, we need to change psychiatrist. He's so nice though, but it's impossible. That was my week. It was, oh, but there's okay, there's good things too. I got a guitar.
Ooh, yay!
And her
An
name is
acoustic or
Garcia.
electric? You already have an
An
electric,
acoustic.
right?
Yeah, I already have an electric.
Wait,
And
that's
she's
so awesome.
really pretty. Yeah, but
So my week has been like
true.
so my week has been pretty lit. You know, yesterday I got to meet Snoop Dogg.
What? What?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg because of my sister's graduation at USC. So yeah, Snoop Dogg pulled up and I got to see him spit some bars, but
That's awesome for you, Cindy. I don't have any questions, concerns, or queries.
You know, I feel like this is a funny transition from the rest of our stories versus Monica's. But I did nothing the entire week except I went to the grocery store with my mom and then I picked out some Hot Wheels and I thought that was nice. I got a Batmobile and it
Yes,
was
damn,
bro.
fun.
That's
productive.
fire. That's fire.
My mom and me, well, I finished, okay, context, we're in high school and we finished AP testing season. Thank God. Basically 2 weeks of just depressing testing. So my mom agreed to buy a ukulele and it's coming today at 10 p.m. Unless they
Yay!
lost the package again. But
So today's like sort of theme is about self-expression and how it helps us go keep moving, I guess. To people who don't see you in person, how would you describe yourself? Because you are a very colorful person,
Oh, thank you,
Maria.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I like to say I dress very eccentrically. And I feel like I stick out like a sore thumb because I'm like wearing the brightest colors and everybody's wearing gray. So it's a little awkward when I look at myself and like the colors I'm wearing are so bright. But I don't know, I like it. I love it. So it's fine. It's how I would look
Yeah.
like, I guess.
so you said you were born in Vietnam, right?
Yes.
And then you moved. Wait, what? Can you tell us about that like moving process? You said it was like really exciting. You thought it would be exciting, but it was a letdown. Like talk us through like
Yes, it's true.
how that was.
I told Monica this, but I thought America was gonna look like Tangled, you know, Rapunzel movie, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought I could walk without my shoes on because I thought America was just magical like that. But that's not true. You can get ringworm. So like, oh wow, disappointed me. He's like, yeah. And I was like really young. I was like 6 when I moved over here. So it's very disappointing. And I didn't think it was gonna be ugly, but it is pretty ugly over
Oh,
here.
oh, that's That's fair.
Wait, so if you're, like, okay with it, could you share a little bit about, like, your entire background, like, from where you grew up and then, like, also your transition to, like, America and, like, what city, and then, like, also basically just
All right. Okay, so I was born in Vietnam. I was born in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, and I had a very, very fun childhood there. Everybody should visit Vietnam at least once because it's just so beautiful and the people are so
It's
nice.
fire.
Yes, and our food is fire. You guys need to try our street food. But yeah, I only have like good memories from Vietnam, honestly. And then I moved to America when I was 6. I moved to Houston, Texas, and it was just a very, very country, kind of racist place. And someone who didn't know English, that was kind of rough. Or like I didn't know English well, at least. That was kind of rough for me because I got bullied a lot. Um, but yeah, I'd say that's the main thing. I just got like made fun of for not knowing English back then.
Mm.
But eventually I found my people, so it's all good. And, and then I moved to California like last year. So,
Yo, that's dope. Cause I'm, like, also from Vietnam, Saigon. I also moved from Vietnam, Saigon to, San Diego, California, so that's really
wait, that's fire. That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
awesome.
Well, since you said, like, Texas, right, was, like I've never been to Texas, like, I've only been, like, mainly around here in California, so I don't know
Mhm.
how it's but would you say it would have been, like, a smoother transition from, like, Vietnam to, like, maybe California? Because 'Cause we're, like, pretty predominantly Asian, like, there's a lot of Asian
Mhm.
faces around.
I think it would have been easier, definitely, but like honestly, I wouldn't really like change anything. I would have rather preferred to be like to move to Texas because I do like Texas more than California, even though
Oh,
they're just.
What do you like better?
Who do I like better?
No, like,
Huh.
what do you like better
Oh, okay.
about Texas versus California?
Like I know Texas is definitely a very racist place, but like because of that, it births a lot of like really like radical people who go against that. So I think that's more my type of people versus like in California where that's not really an issue. So like people aren't radical at all. And
Mm.
yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
that's why I like it more.
you are a really bright person.
I feel like California's more like at least I don't know about like other like this California's really big, but at least where we live, it's more like chill. I feel.
so, like, like, your experiences with racism in, like, Texas, right? So how did you, like, go about it, and, like, how do you think, that experience still affects you right now in your life? And, like, also, what was, like, some emotional challenges you faced, like, as an immigrant in, like, an entirely new country?
Okay, so I think Texas, I made a lot of really good friends there, even though it was kind of rough. But like, I think made friends eventually with a good group of people because I feel like we all have like the same morals and stuff and everything. Because like, yeah, I said, like in Texas, yeah, people are definitely like very racist, but like because of that, there's like more people that want to go against that and like are more like they feel more anger towards the oppressions that people face. But over here in California, since it's not like it doesn't really happen, people don't care at all. So it kind of frustrates me when I don't see someone with the same ideologies as me. And also, but like, yeah, the racist experiences I had in Texas did affect me because, like, I remember growing up and like having an accent, and like also my parents having accents, and it was not nice because, um, everybody was like so rude. And I remember, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, probably not, but like, if you grew up in Texas, like, people would, like, walk up to you if you were Asian and ask you if you ate dogs, and that was
Yo,
such the
Whoa.
norm.
Damn. Well,
Even,
that's
like, my closest friends would say that, and I just remember feeling so disappointed, like, I didn't think you were one of them, but, like, "No, I don't eat dogs." Like, "What?" And, like, they would walk up to me, pull their eyes back, and, like, say, like, nursery rhymes against Asians. I'm like, "Whoa." And I remember that really stuck with me, and also, like, just, like, my mom getting bullied at work for being an immigrant and all that stuff,
Mm.
like, it made me, like, feel really upset and like, "Wow, this is so unfair." Like, my mom moved over to America to give us a better life, and, like, she's learning English in, like, a year, only a year, and she's becoming a nurse. Like, I feel like you should be more, like, happy for her and her accomplishments than, like, bringing her down because she's an immigrant. She's, like, doing way better off than you. It's just so confusing to me, but yeah, I feel like that's how I feel about that.
That was really well worded. Thank you, Maria. How did you find how to bring out your self-expression through maybe your physical form or through your hobbies?
Mhm. So I've had many phases, and I
Me too.
feel I feel like just the media I consumed growing up also, like, influenced that. Cause in middle school, I was a bit more emo, and I would wear, like, spiked chokers.
oh my
Aw.
god.
And that was, like, my first form of, like, "Oh, I'm gonna rebel. I'm gonna do something different." And that was my first form, and it was very influenced by everybody I thought was cool around me. And that's still how, like, I, like, base off myself now, like, everything that I see from people that I think is just so amazing, and, it's just like, wow, they're so, like I don't know, they're, like, expressing themselves and they're so happy about it, so I just like to, like, follow by their example. It makes me happy too, so, yeah. But, like
Who's someone that you followed?
oh, like, right now I follow Kaylee. I think her name is like Feline Famine, if you've seen her TikToks. But I just love the way she dresses, and I love the way she's so like uniquely her. And just like she's so happy doing it, and that makes like me happy to do my own self-expression. But
Aw.
yeah, I did like reach a phase where I like toned myself down and like tried to fit in. But like I wasn't happy then. Like this was like in 8th grade and yeah, and I tried to tone myself down, but I wasn't really happy with how I looked back then. And I don't know, I didn't feel like good about like being like I guess a normie. But like now, like this year, I've started expressing myself again, and it's the best I've ever been. I feel very good about myself.
Oh, so great.
That's really interesting. So, like, what do you think what kinda environments do you feel like you're most comfortable being your, like, authentic self?
Oh, I feel like people who are like me, I feel most comfortable um expressing myself in because like also self-expression I feel like it's not just like how the way I dress and stuff like it's also the way I behave around people and when I'm with people I don't know or just not comfortable with like I'm very monotone sound like I don't care about anything. I don't mean to but yeah but like with the people I love and the people that are like me I'm just way more excited to speak for myself and, like, express myself and tell them my interests and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm just, like, most comfortable around people who are similar to me and are just, like, the people I love in general.
Oh,
Very relatable.
yeah, very relatable.
Okay, when Monica was interviewing you, like a pre-game interview, you said that you were paranoid about some stuff. Talk about that. Like,
Oh, yeah,
how
Oh,
do you think that affects like how you go on with your day if you have that paranoia like in the back of your head?
yeah, okay. I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have pretty bad paranoia because, like, also, this is, like, one of my concerns, like, my parents, like, had me when they were, like, in their mid-30s, so they're, like, really old now. And, like, every day, like, I'm just praying that something that bad doesn't happen to them or, like, I'm just, like literally every day I have to, like, sit down and pray that my parents live to 100 years old because I will panic if I don't do that. because, like, I don't know, it just makes me sad. Everybody else has such, like, young parents, or at least most people do, and, like, whenever I see how old my parents are, I'm like, "Dang, I wish I had more time with them," but it's just, like, it's whatever,
No,
I
same.
guess.
I have parents that are old too. My mom and dad are both 64.
Mm,
So I'm really scared and paranoid that when I'm in my late 20s that they're gonna pass away. And
yeah.
my older sister, she got more time with them
Yeah,
than me. And I
exactly.
just, how am I gonna move on? How am I gonna learn how to pay my taxes?
I
You
know,
know?
like, I'm, like, just worried, like, I still need my parents, like, they cannot go, so, like, every day, I literally, like, of course, I'm not, like, praying for, like, something impossible, I'm just like, "Please just let them live to, like, their 90s or 100s," and, like, I have, like, that little ritual that I do every day to pray for my parents' health because I literally cannot, like, I feel so panicked without it.
Yeah.
And, like, every time, like, any, like, of my families go on a drive by themselves, like, I'm just like, "Oh my gosh," like, I need to pray that they don't get into an accident. This is, like I don't know, I can't stop thinking about that, like, all the time. Like, it
Same.
doesn't even, like none of my paranoias, like, even concern myself, like, I really don't care if I die or not. Not because, like, I want to, but it's just, like, more like, I'm at peace if it does happen. But, like, anything with, like, concerning with my family members and my friends, like, I'm just, like, every day I'm, like, praying that they don't die on me. Even though, like, it probably won't happen, but it's just, like it's just, like, a panic I have in the back of my mind.
Same. I think about that too. Like, if my family or my sisters just go in a car ride to get food or something, I'm like, what if
Yeah.
they die in a bad accident? Or what if they are murdered by some serial killer while I'm outside the house? Or
Yeah.
a lot of it is also just my psychosis, but at the same time, I do have a lot of the similar paranoia about that because I cannot deal with any of my loved ones away. Like, what if Elena, she just dies in the middle of her sleep, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
guys. Lord, I don't sleep. Sleep is for the weak. So I'm actually Batman at night. So I mean,
You're protecting Gotham.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I know, bro. I have like actually the same issue, but like for me, okay, okay. This is like I think everyone had this before. Your parents go like grocery shopping, right? And you're at home, okay?
Mhm.
And then they don't come back at the time they do. My brain starts making fantasies. What if they got hit by a car and they got T-boned on the freeway? Or like,
Yes. Oh my
what if
god.
someone kidnapped my parents? What am I supposed to do? I
I
can't even
know,
cook.
I know. I'm, like, so scared because my mom's such a small, frail woman. So I'm like, "No, dad has to go outside with you. You're not allowed to stay home. You're not allowed to, like, be alone, okay? It's not possible." I feel like I've reached the point where, like, I treat my mom like she's my child because 'cause I'm like, "No, you are not going out alone." Like, I don't even worry about myself that much. I'm like, "Whatever." But with my family, I'm like, "No, you are not allowed to go out by yourself. This is not okay."
Has to
And
bring me with you on a date.
yes, yes, overall, when I pick up my packages from the mail, I bring it, like and I come with my family, I'm like, "No, I have to bring a knife," and then my mom thinks I'm crazy because of that, but okay, I'm not gonna be
A
crazy
knife?
if a random man comes up to us and I
Like a
save our
kitchen
broken
knife?
pieces. Yes, like a kitchen knife.
Wait, if you're walking out with that, I think I'm more scared to kidnap you.
Exactly, that's the
I'm like,
point.
hell no, there's a girl with a knife going to get mail.
That's the point. They're supposed to be scared of me so they don't try to d do something funny.
I don't think anyone's gonna kidnap you when you're on the way to mail.
Okay, but you never know, you never know.
That's true, I guess.
Would you say you're really, like, prone to always thinking about, like, "What ifs this" like, do you think that affects your, like, mental health and, like, how that affects your life if you're always, like, thinking about, like, "Oh, what if this is gonna happen?" Because like, I also have these, like, kinda tendencies to think about, like,
Yeah.
imaginary situations, so, like, how do you think
I
it affects yeah.
Honestly, like, I never had this type of paranoia before, like, I never thought about it before. I was, like, very, um, carefree before, but, like, now it's, like one of the main things that fill up my mind, like, I can't stop thinking about it, and I try to, and just, like, not worry, like, it's just, like, whatever happens, happens. But, like, I don't know, like, I can't stop thinking about it anymore. But I used to, like, live, like, not caring about all that stuff. But, like, I don't know what changed between then and now, but, like, I can't.
Oh, so this is a newer thing.
So
Yeah.
it's like maybe it's like maybe you're like hitting puberty and you start like thinking more about these different kinds of things, more worrying and
Yeah.
taking
Mhm.
into account.
I think it's also just, like, me, like, realizing that I'm not young anymore or, like, oh, I'm still young, but, like, not that young anymore, and specifically, my parents aren't young anymore. And so, like, I'm just, like, getting faced with the inevitability of death, and I'm just like, "Oh, freak." And then I think about these things, and yeah, I can't handle it.
Yeah, like becoming aware of your responsibilities and stuff.
Yeah, and becoming aware of my own mortality, like, this is not okay. Like, I'm not supposed to think about that, but I do.
Yeah, I do that too.
Do you think it's like linked to like all the moving and like all the change you kept going through, like big changes?
Possibly. 'Cause honestly, like, when I first moved here, like, it really messed me up. Cause I've already, like, gotten so accustomed to Texas, and now my parents are expecting me to just, like, make new friends on the fly, like, as if I could do that. But, that really messed me up, and, like yeah, and I got, like, really depressed the first year I moved to California, cause I didn't like California, and then I didn't like the friends I made over here and everything. So it was just, like, not a good time for me. So that could be a reason why, cause like, I don't know, that really hit off my depression, cause I couldn't.
Yeah. California Chaperone?
Shuffle.
No?
Oh, that's so real. Wait, I know that song. I know that
Yeah.
song from my sister.
Come get me out of California, no leaves are gray. I mean
Mhm.
brown.
Yeah. Wait, I relate to that song so much, actually. Wait.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like California. I don't like, a lot of the people over here, cause like, I don't know, they're not like, they don't have the same ideologies as me, and I don't like that. Like, I've just, like,
Mm.
realized a lot of people here don't care about the same things I care about.
That's like really interesting because I've never been to Texas. Like, what do you think some of those like differences in ideologies are? Like,
Yeah, like, I told you guys, but, like, cause like, it's such a racist, like, right-wing place over
well,
there that that people who are, like, against that stuff are really against that stuff and are more activists, are more of, like, activists. So, like I told you, it births, like, more left-wing people who, like, really, really care about this stuff and wanna be activists. But over here, since, again, it's not a problem, so people aren't activists because they don't think they have to.
like they're like more lackluster, basically. So,
Yeah, and when I tell people about the stuff I care about, like, they're just like, "Oh, yeah," and then they move on with their day because it doesn't bother them, so they don't care, and it, like, kinda frustrates me. And, like, I've had, like, a couple friends I've made over here that just casually drop the N word on me and
Whoa.
don't care. And I'm just like, "Whoa, you're not. Are you black? Like, are you allowed to say that? Like, what?" And then they're like, "No, I'm not." And I'm just like, "Oh, why are you so comfortable saying that around me? I don't believe in that stuff. Like, I don't you shouldn't be saying that." And, like, it's just so normalized because people don't think it's a problem over here, but it really is. And, like, people one of my other friends, like, they say, like, ableist jokes, and I'm just like and they say the R slur, and it's just so normal. So I feel kinda alienated from the rest of the Californians over here because I care so much that I think it's, like, like, literally, like, causing me problems with making friends because I care too much. But yeah.
right, like you're feeling like you're the odd one out, basically.
Yeah.
Do you think you've
Mm.
like grown accustomed to living in California now, or like I know you said like in the beginning you were kind of depressed about being like moving in a new area and stuff like that. Do you think like that still is um like accurate to describe like
Yeah.
yourself now, or like do you think you've become more accustomed and stuff like that?
I think I've just like gotten used to it. Not that I still like California, I still don't like California. But I've just like accepted that, well, I live here, so I just have to deal with it. But I still feel like very alienated from everybody else. And it's just like everybody's so different from me. So like I feel kind of isolated and like with everything. And yeah, that's just it.
Do you think in the future you'd get out of California immediately?
Probably when I but like I do wanna like go to a college over here, so probably not for a little bit more, but I'm hoping to move away out of America in general because this place gives me not fun vibe, not fun, like, yeah, it's just not fun over here.
Huh. That's understandable.
Do you want to move to like a Europe or like back to Asia kind of vibe?
I would say to Europe because like to like a more English speaking Europe country, because I would love to go back to Vietnam, but I I don't think I'm good enough at Vietnamese to do that. So I think since I'm so Americanized now, I'm probably gonna get scammed or something. So I don't really want that. Not until I'm good at Vietnamese again. But then
Mm.
I do wanna visit Vietnam, but I don't know about live there.
So like at least I don't remember this, but I was playing badminton. But Monica I took notes. Monica interviewed you and you said that like what is your like do you think you have ADHD or like anxiety or any like neurodivergent?
Oh
Is it
yeah.
Oh,
neurodivergent?
I asked if she were to go ask a psychiatrist to be diagnosed with anything, what would maybe possibly pop up? We're not talking self-diagnosing here. We're just saying
Well,
concerns.
I have diagnosed with anxiety actually, because I went to like my doctors one time and they did that like was I answered a couple questions and they're just like, "Yep, you have anxiety." I'm like, "Okay, well, dang." Uh,
Dang. All I get?
Yeah.
No hug, no nothing, just good
and
luck, guys.
yeah, I'm not gonna say I have ADHD, but I do have some symptoms. And like the first time I got tested on it, like the therapist couldn't tell, psychiatrist, whatever, like she couldn't tell. But like that's because I was like masking it really, like my actual like self really well. So I don't think it was like a good diagnosis because I was not being myself there. But like I don't know. I think I have the symptoms, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No
Okay.
self-diagnosing, but like you have like a feeling like you want to go check again and stuff.
An itch that I have ADHD, but I'm
An
not.
itch.
Does that scare you?
No, honestly, if I do find out that I do have ADHD, that will make a lot of sense out of things, and that will make me feel better because I'm like, okay, so I don't feel like this for no reason.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever you go to like the doctor, do you always feel like I don't know? Because at least for me, I always felt like if I went to a doctor and they asked me how are you feeling, I'm obligated to say good. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So do you think that like does being like diagnosed with stuff like kind of scare you in a way, or just like comforting in the end?
It doesn't really scare me. Like it would like it just like would help me make sense out of the way I act and make me feel
Mhm.
indeed. Okay, so there is a reason why I'm like this. I'm not just like too different from everybody else, yada yada. So yeah.
I thought the same thing for me too, but then I got diagnosed. And I don't know. It was interesting. I
Yeah.
still don't know how I feel about it, but
Emotion
I felt the same
wheel.
way too. Emotion wheel.
So with your entire journey of like going like immigrating and then also coping with like being the odd one out and also with your anxiety and everything with your experiences leading up to today, right? Do you think you have any advice for like other people that might be also going through the same experience that you have, and also like if you could change something, would you, about your entire experience? Cuz yeah.
Okay. I think okay, advice for the youngins, maybe. I
Youngins.
feel like just try to find a group of people that you feel like make you have the same interests, same ideologies as you. And, like, don't, like, force yourself to fit in, because like, no matter how annoying it is that I don't fit in, I don't wanna, like, fake it and be around people I hate all the time. Because I feel like that just, like, makes things worse. Like, yeah, don't try to force yourself to fit in. Just find a group of people that you think make you feel safe and happy, and yeah, just yeah. And if I could change anything, I would make it so I didn't move in California at such, like, a bad time. Like, maybe if I wasn't transitioning into high school, that would've been nice, but yeah, I would've just made it so I didn't have to move at such a bad time. Yeah, I would've, like, moved later, but it's okay.
This episode of Twilight Talks, we talked about self-expression and how Maria, when she moved from Vietnam to Texas to San Diego, all how that affected her mental health. And on our next episode of Twilight Talks, who knows what we will be talking about, but we enjoyed coming together to talk about this today.
Thank you
Bye,
so
everyone.
much. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. This was Twilight Talk.